to my kitchen. As I promised, you won't see anything aesthetic here. You will see me cooking, you will see me preserving, and as time goes on, I hope audio gets better. I have ordered a microphone to clip on so everyone can hear me better, but in the meantime, I'm going to do my best to speak clearly so you can all hear, but this is my kitchen. This is where I preserve, this is where I feed my family, this is where we have a real life. Just outside of that window is where we grow our garden, where our chickens are, where we live our life. So you will see here dishes, you'll see things drying, you'll see me cooking, you'll see me splattering food. You're gonna see a real life person in their home. So if that's something that you're going to want to watch, welcome. We'll be good friends. But tonight I am making dinner very shortly. I have some ingredients out, and I am going to be preserving chicken. I saw that my local butcher was having a sale on boneless, skinless chicken breast, and I decided I wanted to go check it out. And I bought a 40-pound case of boneless, skinless chicken breast for $52. Can't beat that. But now I have to do something with it because it was fresh chicken, it wasn't frozen. So I'm thinking I'm going to can some of it, and I am going to freeze some of it depending on what I want to do with it. So I'm going to bring you along the ride for this. I have used a few breasts out of it already to make some special food for my dogs. As you know, we have 6 of them. So there was some used for that, but beyond that, I have a whole box that I need to process. So my first step is going to be to trim it, any of the fat, any of the things that don't look so appetizing, anything like that gets cooked up, and that'll go to the dogs. And then from there, all of the remaining pieces, I'm going to cube some for canning. Right now, we are still in the pantry challenge, so I'm not actually going to consume any of that chicken that I purchased, but I am going to preserve it for future. And to me, really, that is the purpose of the pantry challenge, is to conserve your grocery dollars now for the future. And that was a good buy, in my opinion, a really good buy. Some of the chicken that I've seen, boneless, skinless chicken breast in our area, was $3 plus per pound. So that was an amazing deal, I would say. So that's what we're gonna do. I guess I skipped a part here, but welcome back to Coal Country Homestead. And if you're new here, I'm Samantha. We're a family of 6, modern homesteading, working outside of our property full-time and raising our family in a multi-generational home. So buckle up, we have a lot of chicken to work with. So I was not kidding when I said it was a big old case of chicken. I broke out one of my biggest bowls. I have to say, these are relatively inexpensive at most restaurant supply stores, and I wish I would have bought myself one a long time ago. I am a fan of Jameril Stewart, who is also here on YouTube. I think she's like the Large Family Table is her branding, but she has one of these like mega bowls, and I remember watching the video and I was like, I have to have that. So now every time I drag these out, my kids give me the look like they know something's brewing. So take me that long. It took about a half hour to cut all that up. I decided as I was doing it that I'm probably just going to can this, and then I have quite a bit for my dogs. And I really am more than generous with this. I treat them like babies. So I know this is going to, you know, they're big dogs. So, and eventually you'll get to see them all as well. But right now I have them all in their crates so I can do this without them going crazy. So in between, I have been getting dinner ready as well. That will be disappearing shortly. Okay, so the next part of this might be rather quick, or I might end up having to do a voiceover because Zachary just got home from work. It's 7 o'clock, and the dogs go kind of crazy when he gets home. They're excited to see him. So this may end up being a voiceover, but we are at the point of stuffing our jars with the chicken, and I am doing a raw pack. So I have my little debubbler tool here, and when you raw pack chicken, it's 1.25 inches of headspace. I have my jar, I have my funnel, and then I have the seasonings that I'm going to do. Now, okay, so now for 2 of my quarts, I am trying something, and we like a lot of buffalo chicken, like buffalo chicken dip. We like wings, we like all of that kind of thing. So I am doing 2 quarts with some of our own hot sauce. Not sure if you can see that correctly. Some of our own hot sauce as the seasoning and in between the layers of chicken, so that I can pretty much just dump this in a jar, or dump this out of the jar, I should say, and make a buffalo chicken dip or whatever else my heart desires. Mac and cheese, buffalo style. Thank you. That can go right in the sink. What do you think about that? Some buffalo chicken on the shelf? Or buffalo chicken dip? This video isn't necessarily going to be a how-to. This is just going to be more of an inspiration for you. That's not the one I want. 3 of these are going to be a Greek seasoning blend that I really like. And I'm putting just a dash of bouillon in the buffalo. As is the Greek. Now, one of the most important things when canning meats, or anything really that has liquid, oils, that type of thing, is to make sure that you wipe the rims with vinegar. So I'm going to do that next. I take that back. I'm not going to do that next. The next thing is to debubble and to kind of push these where they're supposed to go. Again, we're looking for 1.25 inches of headspace on these. A personal preference, if you see my garlic is getting stuck to my debubbler. But personal preference, if you have canned chicken before, and if you do the raw peck method, you know, we kind of call it ugly chicken. I think we all do that. If you add a little bit of water on top of the chicken, still maintaining your headspace, when the chicken cooks down, it will still cover, and that avoids the oxidation of the top layer and that discoloring that you get. So I am going to add a little bit of water too. Okay, so now the next step is wiping all of your jar rims. Make sure there's nothing on there. And it's time to put the lids on. Now at my elevation, I process these at 10 pounds of pressure. Depending on what your elevation is, that number of pressure, the pounds of pressure could be quite different. Yes, I do pressure can on my glass top stove. There's a whole lot around this if you're new to canning, if you can do it, if you can't do it. A lot of it depends on your specific stove, if it's like induction or how the whole thing works. And I see my camera going, so let's see if I can fix that. But I do can on mine, and I have done so successfully without any issues. I have a Miro canner or Presto canner. Presto. I have a Presto canner. I would love an all-American. However, for this stove, I think that would be too heavy. I do have our outdoor canning area, which you will get to see come summer. And out there, I could definitely use it. But that's an investment and something to save up for. So let's get these jars in. And again, you are just rolling here. So let's see. Let's get the jars in. Now it is cool water, cool canner, because we are starting with a cold chicken. Slowly bring up the temperature, and then from there, once it vents and steams for a full 10 minutes, that's when I will put my weight on. So I will bring you back once that's going. All right. So it is now steaming. You can hear that. About 7 minutes left of that before I place the weight on. Okay, so we are rocking. So that means that we are up to pressure because I have a 10-pound pressure on there. And now I will start the timer. So this will process for 90 minutes. Alright guys, so lighting on here is probably going to be pretty awful. It's late, as you can see. This processed for its time, and then I waited for the weight to come down, the pressure to release before taking the weight off. And at that point then I opened the lid and allowed it to kind of come to temperature. I give it at least 10 minutes after popping the lid open like this. So I have my trusty jar lifter here, and we're going to attempt this here one-handed. All right, so you can see that it's still bubbling away, which is normal. Now I could let these still sit here for some time to come down in temperature more before taking them out, but I really want to show you here. So there we go. Well, as I was waiting very patiently in the living room, I heard some pinging in here. Now I believe this one is a hot sauce. Certainly looks like it. Oh, did you hear that? That jar lid just pinged. It means it's sealed. It's a good sound that we want to hear. have it. Canned, seasoned, ugly chicken. These are going to make some great meals in the future. So, thank you so much for taking your time to watch my video. Look forward in the future to more canning sessions. And I can't wait till I get that microphone because I can already tell this audio is pretty awful. But I thank you for bearing with me. Please like and subscribe if you want to continue seeing all of my canning adventures and the rest of the growth on our homestead on our journey to live a more sustainable life. I will see you next time. Thanks again.